In this video, we will discuss the remaining types of the reaction, amongst which endothermic reaction is one of the reactions we have to discuss. This type of reaction is having definition of the chemical reaction in which heat is absorbed is called endothermic reaction. During the reaction, heat is going to be absorbed. This type of reaction is called as a endothermic reaction. An example of endothermic reaction is what? CaCO3. CaCO3 in solid state plus heat, it gives CaO plus CO2 is a gas. This G means gas, S means solid, L means liquid. Now, one of the hint which is given to identify the endothermic and exothermic reaction, the word heat, if word heat is written toward the tail side of the arrow, it is called as an endothermic reaction. Once again, we will discuss the definition of endothermic reaction. The chemical reaction in which heat is absorbed is called as an endothermic reaction. During the reaction, heat is absorbed. That type of reaction is called as an endothermic reaction. And one of the examples is given here: CaCO3, calcium carbonate plus heat. It gives calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Similarly, it is opposite to endothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction is defined as the chemical reaction in which heat is evolved out. Means heat we have to evolve out during the reaction. That type of reaction is called as an exothermic reaction. An example is what? CaO plus H2O. It gives COH, calcium hydroxide, COH twice plus heat. As I have explained, this word heat, it is written before the arrow. It is the example of endothermic reaction. Heat word written after the arrow, it is called as a exothermic reaction. Now, rate of chemical reaction. This point we have to discuss. During the chemical reaction, some example we can take, that some example of reaction can be fast and some will be taken so long time. Now, there are too many examples we can take. Inside the textbook, there are 5 to 6 examples are given. Cooking gas start burning on ignition. That means it is the fast process. As we lighten up the gas with the help of lighter or matchbox, it catches the fire quickly. That means this reaction takes place very quickly, fastly. Iron article undergoes rusting. Iron article undergoes rusting means what? Rusting is a slowest process. Slow process. That means rusting of iron will take more time to happen. That type of reaction is having long rate of chemical reaction. Rate of chemical reaction means what? How quickly the reaction is going to be formed, whether it is quickly or whether it is slowly. Now, another examples are there. For slow reaction, erosion of rocks takes place to form soil. It is the very long process. That's why we can take say that rate of this type of reaction is very slow or long. Now, white precipitate is formed adding dilute sulfuric acid to barium chloride solution. It is fast process. Now, fast and slow process. This process will be two different process. That should be called as a rate of chemical reaction. It can be seen from the above example that some reactions are completed in short time and some are taking very long time for happening. It means that rate of different reaction is different. Now, we'll move toward another part of this topic, that is factors affecting rate of chemical reaction. Factors affecting rate of chemical reaction. Factors means what? Such things which affect the rate of chemical reaction, in which we have to discuss 5 sub points. First one is what? Nature of reactants. Second one is what? Size of particles. Size of particles of reactants. Third one is what? Concentration of reactant. Concentration of reactants. Fourth one is temperature of the reaction. Temperature of the reaction. And last one is what? Catalyst. Now one by one we will see the factors affecting the rate of chemical reaction. Rate of chemical reaction means what? How quickly the reaction will be formed. What is the time taken by the reaction to be formed? That is called as the rate of reaction. Now first factor is what? Nature of reactant. Here example we are taking for understanding that aluminium and zinc. These two elements we are taking for understanding, which can be treated or mixed with HCl, hydrochloric acid, dilute HCl. So we can observe that aluminium and zinc, aluminium will do the reaction faster with HCl and Zn will do the reaction with pretty much smaller in rate. That means nature of reactant, which type of reactant is used for reaction, it depends or it affects the rate of chemical reaction. That means zinc and aluminium, among these two, aluminium is more reactive and it will react fastly with HCl and it will evaporate H2 gas, liberate H2 gas very quickly, and when zinc will be react with HCl, it will release H2 gas very slowly. Now second point, which is factor affecting the rate of chemical reaction or size of particle, that means when we take Shabbat tile, and as we mix this Shabbat tile with HCl, dilute HCl, two parts will make. One will be the crushed Shabbat tile and one will be the bigger type of pieces. The smaller pieces will react very fastly with HCl and will give CO2 effervescence very quickly. But when we take a bigger size particles or crushed Shabbat tile and when we'll add HCl into it, it will give very slow amount of effervescence and the time will be taken for this evolvence of effervescence will be more. Of reactants, this is most important part of the rate of chemical reaction, which is affecting the rate of chemical reaction. Now, when we will react the two different components with two different types of acids. Acids are of two types. One is dilute and one is concentrated. Now, dilute HCl will be written DIL HCl, and concentrated will be written concentrated HCl. When we react any type of reactant with dilute HCl, it may take very long time or little bit more greater time as compared to when it reacts with concentrated HCl. Concentrated HCl is a stronger acid and dilute HCl is a weaker acid. Now, when we react the elements or components with any weak acid, it may take very long process, very long time. Or concentrated HCl, it is the strong acid, it will form the reaction quickly. Similarly, the temperature of the reaction, when we take the example of when we take the example of limestone water did not turn milky color by heating that limestone mixture. If we don't heat this type of mixture, we will not get the milky color, and the decomposition of the lime water does not turn milky before heating the limestone because the zero rate of reaction. If we don't heat this limestone, because if we don't heat the limestone, lime water does not take turns to milky color. Milky means white color. So temperature is one of the most factors which is affect the reaction. When we heat this limestone water, it will turn into the milky white color quickly. Or if we don't heat it, it will show the rate of reaction 0, and lime water does not turn to milky color. Now catalysts are those elements which present in the reaction but does not take any part of the chemical reaction. They increase the rate of chemical reaction. Now keep in your mind, catalysts are those substances which present in the chemical reaction but does not take any part in the chemical reaction. Just they increase the rate of chemical reaction. Increase means what? Very quickly they help to form the reaction and product. Now the example of catalysts are KMnO4, K2Cr2O7. KMnO4, what is the name of KMnO4? Potassium permanganate. And K2Cr2O7 means what? Potassium dichromate. These two examples are of catalyst. Keep in your mind, catalysts are those substances which do not take part in any chemical reaction, but their presence will increase the rate of chemical reaction. These 5 factors we have to keep in our mind. The question in the board exam will come on this definitely for 3 or 4 marks.